In this video, we're gonna figure out how much you actually love your job and what you can do to improve it. This has woken me up in my career, and when I realized this, I went, whoa, this is amazing information, and I want you to have it too. So my 3 goals for construction mastery, this is my whole entire platform, this is what I've built. My 3 goals: number 1, set you up for success. Number 2, raise your standards. And number 3, get you excited for work. I want you to be pulled to work, not pushed to work. When you're pushed to work, you're forced to work. You have to work. You wake up in the morning and you're like, oh, I gotta get to work, fine, okay. Then you leave work and you're like, oh yes, I get to go home and have fun. Then on the weekend, you're like, yes, I get to have fun. So what we're trying to do is blur the lines between work and play, so that work is so much fun for you. You have so much fun because you've got the knowledge, you've got the skills, you're impacting, you're able to provide value that other people can't do. You're excited, you've got so much control in your career, you can move where you want to, you're in command, you're in control, and it's just so exciting. You feel liberated, you'll feel at peace, and you will wake up every day excited when you feel like this. Trust me, it's honestly, it's amazing. So let's give you an example. There are 3 bricklayers. Okay, 3 bricklayers are asked, what are you doing? The first bricklayer says, I'm laying bricks. The second bricklayer says, I'm building a church. The third bricklayer says, I'm building the house of God. The first bricklayer has a job. The second bricklayer has a career. And the third bricklayer has a calling. Many of us would like to be the third bricklayer, but instead identify with the first or second, and you might be one of those. So what matters is whether the person is doing the work believes that laying down the next brick is just something that has to be done, or instead something that will lead to further personal success, or finally work that connects the individual to something far greater than the self. So remember that, the 3 bricklayers. 1, it's all about perception here, by the way. So one bricklayer says that they're just laying bricks. The second says, I'm building a church. The third says, I'm building the house of God. They're doing the exact same task, but they're seeing it very, very differently. I hope that made sense to you guys. Right. So let's take this one step further, and what the aim of this video is for you to identify where you are. So are you in a job? Are you in a career, or are you in a calling? I used to be in a job, now I am in a calling. You probably can see through my videos, from this video, the passion that I have to explain to you guys, to help you guys, to make sure you guys become the best, because I've gone through this process myself and I understand what it takes to get there, how it can be done, and how it can happen for you too. So this has come from Yale University. So some of the best universities in the world: Harvard, Yale, Princeton, etc. This has come from Yale. This is a professor at Yale, okay? And I'm gonna explain to you in more detail what a job is, what a career is, and what a calling is. And I want you to understand, when you're listening to this, and be very truthful, where are you? Are you a job, are you a career, or are you a calling? Because we can move you to a calling, and that's one of the missions that we want you to do. And that is why we're gonna set you up for success, raise your standards, and get you excited for work. The 3 missions of construction mastery. So a job provides you with pay, benefits, and perhaps some social perks. It's primarily about earning that paycheck. People in this category are typically more invested in their lives outside of the office. Work is merely the way they afford to do the things they love. They focus on their family, friends, and hobbies more than their professional pursuits. If you no longer see your job as a place to learn, gain experience, or increase your connections, it could be a sign that you have a job orientation towards your work. Okay. Next, we've got career. A job you do for others, while a career is what you do for yourself. Career professionals are also working for the paycheck. Let's be honest, who isn't? But they are more driven to seek out opportunities for advancement in the workplace. These individuals tend to strive for the next promotion, look for more training, and generally aim to impress. People with career orientation tend to have a long-term vision for their professional future, set goals, and enjoy healthy competition with colleagues. So that was a career. Finally, let's look at what a calling is. And this is where I am. Those who experience their work as a calling are most likely to feel a deep alignment between their vocation and who they are as a person. They feel a personal and emotional connection to their work. They are enthusiastic, have a sense of purpose, and are willing to work harder and longer to make a contribution. Unsurprisingly, this group is often the most satisfied with their professional situation. So that is what we want from you guys. We want you to move from a job to a career to a calling. A job is okay, a calling is amazing. So if we now look at the peak performance pyramid that we've constructed, you've got low performers, mid performers, performers, high performers, peak performers. For us, a way to demonstrate what a peak performer is essentially a calling. If you're in between mid and high performance, you're in a career. If you're a low performer and maybe a mid performer, then you are in a job, right? So we really want you to identify that. And we've actually got a free quiz that you can go and check. The link will be in the description below, that if you click on that link, you can answer some questions and it will give you some results, and it will help you to understand where you are in your career, what type of performance levels you are compared to the top 1% of professionals in the world. And remember, the best professionals in the world are very, very curious. They're very excited to go to their work. They love what they do. And that's exactly what this is. They are operating under a calling. They've moved from a job to a career and a calling. Sometimes we're not lucky to find a place of work where we can love what we do and find that it's a career and a calling, but we know the process to get you there. So even if you don't love what you do now, you can love what you do. It's all about shifting your mindsets and perspectives, and that's hopefully what we've given you here. So the mission of this video, the purpose of this video, for you to identify where you are. Are you in a job? Are you in a career? Or are you in a calling? Second is to give you reassurance and hope and confidence to say that you can get to calling, you can love your job. When you love your job, of course, like you love anything else, you're gonna be good at it. You're gonna wanna put the time, effort, and energy into performing. And then you'll likely do all the things we're telling you inside of Construction Pro, because you're like, I love my job, I wanna get better. How do I get better? Let's figure this out. Let's put in the time, effort, and energy. And then you actually listen to everything we say, and then you get results. So that's why it's really important for us to do this work and be honest and truthful with you about what kind of results you can get and what kind of work that you are involved in. So the way I think about this is every brick that you're laying in your career, every task that you're doing is contributing to your skyscraper, okay? So sometimes you have these tasks and you're like, oh, I hate this task. My manager's giving me this task. It's really boring, it's long, I don't wanna do it, I don't like it. But we're shifting your perspective to show that every task that you do, even if you don't like the task, the work is working on you. You're not working on the work's working on you. And every single task is a brick that you're laying. And every brick that you're laying is contributing to the skyscraper. It might not seem like it in the moment, but eventually it is. When you've got the strategy, when you've got the goals, when you've got the vision that we're going to give you, when you've got the skills that we're transferring to you, that is exactly what's going to happen to you inside your career. So every time, think every brick you're laying is building that skyscraper that you are ultimately going to cash in on, and the income is going to come in abundance for you guys. So I really hope that video helped you. I'll see you guys in a few other videos soon. If you're interested in this course that we've got, it's called Construction Pro. We've got 100 slots open. By the time this video is out, I don't know if they're sold out, so because I'm recording this before it launches, so I do apologize. And the waiting, you can apply for a waiting list and it will be open, next year or later on in the year. But firstly, we want to get 100 people involved and get them set up for success, and then we'll think about opening it, because we want to focus on those. The first 50 people that have access to this get access to me. So if you're the first 50 people that buy this, you get access to me directly, one-on-one. We can have phone calls, we can have Zoom calls, you can send me emails, and I will respond to you via video feedback, via video format, to explain in more detail the question that you're trying to answer. You get that 4 times in that year with me, so it's really helpful, it's really beneficial. It will set you up for success faster, it will get you results faster, and it will help you to kind of ease the pressure of doing the work. And any questions and any doubts that you have, we can tackle through them and work through them together. See you guys in another video. Bye.